Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm bringing you a review of the new Benefit box blushes. Benefit has repackaged some of their cheek products and they have released a bunch of new blush shades. I have personally never tried a box blush from Benefit because I never was like interested in how they looked and everything. But when I saw these new blushes, I knew I had to pick some up because they looked so gorgeous. I liked, I think, like 5 of them. I think they released like 11 new shades if I'm correct, but I wanted to get like 5 of them, but I was like, who needs 5 new blushes? I already have so many. So I just decided to go with the 2 that stood out for me the most, 2 that I thought I would be reaching for the most. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the shades Crystah and also Peachin. I did pick up these in the mini size. I'll talk about that in a bit, but if you are new here, then hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you found it. I upload beauty videos 4 times a week and I would love it if you subscribed. But for now, if you want to see my thoughts on the new Benefit box blushes, then please keep watching. So before we start, I'm not feeling the best. You can probably tell that by my voice and also how red my nose is looking. So please ignore. I just wanted to get some videos up because I don't really have time anywhere else during the week. So I hope it's not too big of a problem. But yeah, I'm so excited to be trying out these Benefit blushes. Now, like I said, I picked up the mini size and they do a couple of the shades in a mini, which I really liked because the full size blushes are quite large. But with the makeup collection that I have, I just know I won't be able to go through a full size, so I just thought I would go for the minis. The minis retail for $17 and the big ones retail for $29 if I'm correct. I will have them linked down below, but in terms of value for money, the bigger blushes are a better value, but you know, I won't be able to go through them. So for me, there's not really a point in picking up the full size because I won't be able to like experience that value because I'll never be able to go through them anyway. So I liked that the 2 ones that I got were in a mini size. So these are both $17, but I will have the prices linked in the description box. I did get these with a 25% discount actually here in the Netherlands. So that was even a better deal, but I'm so excited to be trying them out. So let's see what the shades look like. So this is the first shade that I got, which is called Peachin, and Peachin is described as a golden peach blush with a happy glow and soft shimmer finish. Look how nice this looks. They have made their compacts like not as bulky. They're slimmer now. So before they used to be like maybe up until here and now they're just a lot slimmer. So this is what the mini size look like. They are made in Italy with a 12-month shelf life. And then from the back, this is what that looks like. And this comes with 2.5 grams of product. So I still think that is quite a nice amount of product for a blush. Like I said, I have quite a few blushes, but if you only have like 1 or 2 blushes in your collection, it's maybe a better value to get the full size one. But me being on YouTube and everything, I just try a lot more. So this is what the shade Peachin looks like. They just open up like this. They do have a magnetic closure and then you just open them up like this. They do not have a mirror, which is kind of sad, but I mean the compact is so small anyways. I'll probably use a different mirror anyways, but this is the shade Peachin, and as you can see, it's a gorgeous light peachy shade. I think it looks so pretty and I'm excited to see what this looks like on my skin. It does look quite light, but I have a light skin tone, so I think this will definitely work for me. But if you have a like deeper skin tone, maybe this can be like a really pretty highlighter. I'm not sure, but we'll see about that. I'm just going to swatch it. It feels very soft. That swatch is really light. I can barely see it. Here you can see the shade. It is very light, but when you swatch it, it sort of like disappears on my hand. But I know sometimes cheek products just don't swatch the best, but they will show up on the skin. But I'm a little curious about that. I wish it showed up better on a swatch because looking at it like this, I think it's going to be very pale, but we'll see about that. It does have a little bit of a glow to it. And then about the second shade, the other shade that I got is the shade Crystah. This was the one I was immediately drawn to. This is described as a strawberry pink blush with a soft shimmer finish. I really wanted to get this because it looks so nice and vibrant. So again, this opens up in the same way, and here we have the shade Crystah. Now, isn't this just a gorgeous blush? I really wanted to get this because it looks so pretty. It does look quite vibrant, so I'm a little curious to see what that looks like on the skin. But this swatch just looks a lot more noticeable, and because this is sort of like a brighter shade, I am glad that I got the mini size because I probably won't need as much. They do have a bit of a scent to it. It does smell a bit like shampoo. It does smell very nice, but I don't think if it's necessary to have this scent in a blush, but I mean, it's fine. I think we should just try this out on the skin because I'm so curious to see, especially how this shade is going to be looking on me. So I think what I will do is apply this shade Peachin to the skin, and if I think I need a bit more blush, I'll go over it with the shade Crystah for a little bit more color to the cheeks. So I just moved a little bit closer to the camera. I'm just going to be using this sort of like smaller fluffy blush brush. And since this does not have a mirror, I'm just going to be using a different compact for my mirror. So I'm just going to put my brush in here. That's definitely giving off a pigment. I think looking at it like this, it will definitely show up on my skin, but we'll have to see. I'm curious about it. That is a pretty shade. It does show up. It's definitely a lighter blush. So that is with one layer of the shade Peachin. I'm just going to do the other side, just tapping my brush in here. It's very powdery on the brush, but I feel like it still goes on the skin nicely. If you tap off the excess, there is quite a bit of fallout, and you can see in the compact, can you see how powdery that is in there? So that's a little thing to note, but personally I don't really mind that. I'm just going to tap off some more excess, and then they do smell very nice. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more on this side. It's extremely powdery. If I'm looking at the right, it's because I have my viewfinder right there and this does not have a mirror, but my other mirror right here, I can definitely see the shade. It's definitely a light peach shade. So if you are any deeper than me, then I wonder how well this is going to show up on you. For reference, in Charlotte Tilbury, I'm a 3 neutral, and in my Fenty East Drops I'm wearing today, I'm also shade 3. So if you're any deeper than that, then pay attention to that. It might be better to get like a different shade, because for instance, my Charlotte Tilbury blush in the shade Ecstasy is a lot more visible on the skin. It's still very natural, but I don't have to build it up as much as this one. Nonetheless, it is a pretty shade and I'll definitely reach for this, but I just wish it was a little bit deeper. But I think we won't have that issue with the shade Crystah. I want to apply a little bit of this on top, and I'm actually going to be super careful with this because look how vibrant that looks. Oh, it's definitely not as vibrant on the skin. That is gorgeous. So it just translates into a very soft, like strawberry shade on the cheeks, but it's definitely a lot softer than it looks like in the pan, and also the swatch was even a lot brighter than what it's looking like. Now if you use a denser brush, you're probably going to get a little bit more pigment, but using a fluffy brush like this makes it look super pretty. Look how healthy that just looks. I love this shade. I just can't believe how vibrant this looks on the brush, and then it translates like more softly on the cheeks. So I usually just put blush all over my cheeks like this because I am quite pale. I just like to go all over with bronzer and blush to just give my face a little bit more color. I do love how that is looking, especially this side. Look how pretty. I do definitely feel like they have a slight glow to it, and I think it's super gorgeous. I love the shade Crystah so much, and the formula of these blushes I think is really pretty as well. The only thing is, on this side I put a little bit much, and this is kind of like not blending out. So I'm just going to go over this with my setting powder brush to soften that out a little bit, and that made it look a lot better. So that is what the finished look turned out using the shade Crystah and a little bit of Peachin underneath. I definitely prefer the shade Crystah. It is gorgeous. It looks nice and glowy on the skin, and it's definitely a very pretty blush. So this is what the finished look turned out using the two blushes from Benefit. I used a little bit of Peachin and a bit more of the shade Crystah. I definitely prefer the shade Crystah. Both of these formulas are really, really beautiful. They were a little bit powdery. I feel like Peachin was a lot more powdery than Crystah, but in terms of like the glow and stuff, I feel like they have just like a soft glow to them that's just super, super pretty. So I love how this is looking on the skin. I am of course wearing a bit of highlighter as well. I had already applied that before, but still on the rest of the cheek it looks quite nice and glowy as well. A little bit disappointed by the shade Peachin just because it's so light. I'm already like super light in skin tone. Like, who is this going to show up on? I feel like a lot of people have a deeper skin tone than me, and like this is probably not going to work for them. Maybe as a highlighter, but it doesn't have like that much glow to it that I would consider it a highlighter. So I'm definitely a bit disappointed in this one. I would have loved if it was a little bit more vibrant of a peach shade. And the shade Crystah I absolutely love. I think it's beautiful. It makes my skin look so healthy, and it just gives my cheek a very, very nice color. So this one is definitely getting a thumbs up from me. Okay everyone, and this was it for my review on the new Benefit Box blushes. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of these shades and the formula. Also let me know what you think about Benefit in general. They're not really a brand I own a lot from. I think these two products now are the only products I own from Benefit, and I'm usually not super excited about their products and releases, but these ones I just needed to have. So I think that's very nice to be able to try the brand again. But let me know your thoughts on the Benefit and these blushes down below. But if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification bell if you don't miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!